Hey chickies, okay, today we are doing a circular gradient plus temporary tattoos and a little bit of sparkle. I really hope you like it. Let's get into it. We're starting off with the sparkly nail first. The base colour for that is This Gown Needs a Crown by OPI, and we're just putting one coat of that over a naked nail. Well, obviously a base coat first. Yes, always. And then the sparkliness comes from also OPI's Desperately Seeking sequence. And I would normally sponge this on, but because I was only putting one coat on, I just decided to just go ahead and use the brush. So pretty and sparkly. Now the tattoo that I'm using is just a basic old, and when I say old I mean I bought these a few years ago from like a news agency. They're from a company called Style Me Up World. I actually did a bit of Google research and they're so easy to use. Just make sure you peel off that clear backing, the clear film over the top of them. If you don't do that, all sorts of trouble will happen. So I've painted this nail with OPI's Apline Snow. Then I've added a coat of Seche Vite over the top of that, and then all you need to do is place the tattoo face side or design side down onto your nail, wet the back of it with a Q-tip and wait for it to sort of start to slip away. It doesn't take long, like literally seconds, and once it starts to move you can move it off. If any of the design sort of tries to overlap on itself, just quickly move it. You should be able to do that, no problems. And then clean up any excess that gets on your skin using some non-acetone or acetone remover, and you're done. So easy. Now just remember for it to completely dry before you do any top coating. So then we're going to move on to the circular gradient. I'm using Corazon's Neon Matte polishes, the details of which will be in the description box down below as per usual. Now I'm using my latex free sponge, and I filmed this mani before I realized that wetting the sponge was much better than using a dry sponge. So this particular gradient was done using a dry sponge, not a damp or wet sponge. So, but it still worked out okay. So as you can see, I have Simply Peel's liquid latex on the skin around my nails, because you can see all the sparkles on my skin. And I'm just doing the circular gradient. As you can see, I'm sort of, you kind of paint like a circular kind of thing on your sponge, and then dab that on your nail just like any other gradient. Obviously, because I didn't wet my sponge, I had to do quite a few coats. But if I'd wet it, I don't think I would have had to do quite as many. So yeah, might redo this one day. And as per usual, you'll just continue to do that until you like the colour strength. You'll take off your liquid latex if that's what you're using, and then clean up any very small amount of polish on your skin and on your cuticle. Gradient's completely dry, go ahead and use a top coat. I'm using Seche Vite on this one. And next I'm going to top coat that tattoo with Seche Vite. Now it's really important that you don't drag your brush over these kinds of tattoos or decals. That way you won't get too much smudging, or if any actually. And then lastly I'm top coating the sparkly nail also with Seche Vite. Oh, that's my favourite. Well, it's not my favourite, but it's really pretty. And that's it for this mani. I really hope you liked it. So let's get into the Q&A. Okay, so first question comes from Marquita and Awesome1119. They both asked the same question. How long do you keep your nail designs on for? Well, that depends. If it's the first one that I do at night time, probably won't stay on for very long, but if it's the last one, it'll stay on till the next day. So it can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 12 to 24 hours. Next question comes from Kiwi, and Kiwi asks, how many polishes are roughly in your collection and what colour is your favourite? Well, goodness gracious, I couldn't possibly count them. The last time I counted was in May of 2013 and there was about 890 something, so I think it's a few more now. It's probably closer to 2,000, but I have given a lot away to my friend's niece, so to my friend's daughter. Now my favourite colour, probably blue. I love the blues and the mints. I really love mint, but I really love pink too, and yeah, well, I like them all. Can I say rainbow? Yeah, it's rainbow. And the next question comes from Bubby Dumas. Bubby asks, she says, I've seen others say that you can use a toothpick to sharpen up the lines in a design made with acrylic paint before top coat, of course, by scratching at the paint. You work with acrylic paint all the time. What do you think about this? Works, doesn't? I don't know. I'll give it a go and I'll let you know. But I've never heard of that. Not once, ever. But I'm definitely going to give it a go. I'll get back to you. Next question comes from Samantha Shearer, and Samantha asks, what's the longest time you've spent on a mani and what was the design for it? Well, it was actually a Jack Skellington mani that I did about 2 years ago for Halloween. I did film it, but I lost all of the footage of it, but I'm going to do another one this year in Halloween. It took me probably 3.5 to 4 hours. And yeah, it was one of my favourite ones I've ever done. And I was so disappointed when I couldn't show you the video of it. It was just devastating. But I don't know, what are you going to do? But yeah, that's definitely it. The next question comes from Trevor Snyder. And Trevor asks about getting clean lines. And okay, so it doesn't matter. The tools that you're using do matter. Investing in a really good set of brushes is actually definitely worth it, and make sure that you oil your brushes after every use. And I've also heard that it's a really good idea to oil them just before you use them as well, and you can just use any kind of oil, cuticle oil, olive oil, any kind of natural oil would be really good, but give that a go. The next question comes from Hell of a Nails, and she asks, what watermarking app do I use? For Instagram videos, I use an app called Watermark V, and for YouTube videos, I just use the little title things that you can use in iMovie on my Mac. So that's the answer to that one. And the next question comes from Bonafide Vixen 10032, and she asks, have you ever done any nail art with matte features? Yes, I've done lots. If you just search matte, the word matte, in my channel, you will find lots of them. She also asks if I'm ever going to use the HK Glitter and Glow. No, I'm not going to. I have used it, didn't like it, love Seche Vite, never going to stop using that. So I'm not sure why people keep asking me with that, but that's okay, each to their own. I just don't like it. Simple as that. Anyway, that's it for this Q&A. Thank you very much for asking all those wonderful questions, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, chickies. Oh, and thank you for subscribing. And thanks for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.